What's up, party people? This is Shaggy back again. And as some of you may have seen, there's been another video uploaded to the channel. And this video is about my Minecraft project with my son. I get about a lot through my day job, and some of the people I meet mention that they, too, tried to play Minecraft with their children, to varying degrees of success. You know, I hear the same stories a lot. Usually along the lines of, everything starts out fine, but then the grown-up ends up doing all the grind for the resources. The kids then promptly covet those resources and take them. They then use them to make all their best gear, nice armor, then they go off exploring, find a cave, think they're invincible, die, and lose everything. The grown-up, who has been grinding for several hours to do this, can't face grinding again, and everyone rage quits. Or, the grown-up wants to advance the game to ultimately beat the end dragon. Now, the kids also want to fight the ender dragon, but they don't want to do any of the stuff that helps you get to that point. You know, the grindy stuff. So, the grown-up does. They go out, they mine for the stuff. They get the diamonds, they get the obsidian, they go to the nether, they get the blaze rods, da-da-da-da-da. All of that stuff would be so much easier and better with two of you. The kids, on the other hand, they just make a field of rainbow sheep and breed upside-down horses. Yeah. Meme stuff. Like they've seen on the YouTube and all their fans' videos and things like that. You're not having fun though, are you? Not together. You're in the same room doing similar stuff, but you're at different ends. It's not a together thing. You are very separate here. So this doesn't work. Happily, the SIGID Philosophy is designed to try and overcome this. Now, let's get real. This is not a survival guide. Just don't. You'll see actually throughout the video why this isn't a survival guide. I ain't the best player. If you want to see the best survival guide, you need to find the man they call Pixel Riffs. On YouTube, he is the most well-spoken YouTuber I have ever heard. He's so polite. It's amazing. The guy is 5 stars for etiquette. His version 3 guide is where you want to be. Watch that. I learned stuff from that. The guy's great. This is also not a build guide. This may shock you, but look around. I ain't the best builder, and neither is my son. If you want to see true Minecraft building, then you need to head over to someone like BOO, Good Times with Scar, Gemini Tay. These guys, they know how to build. You watch them, they will teach you how. No, this video is all about having fun. And we're going to do that in 2 ways. First, we're going to change the primary goal of the game. Second, we're going to try and establish a solid infrastructure as quickly as possible so that it can support your varied game styles. So, point 1, that's dead easy. Minecraft is a sandbox experience, so really you can establish your own criteria for success. Ours, as my son and I, is simply to have fun together. That is it. Yep, we'll mine some stuff, yeah, we'll go some places, explore, maybe even kill the dragon. But only insofar as it remains fun. If at any point it stops being fun, then we do something else. Simple as that. If we're doing a grind, then it's not a grind, it's a race. Like for diamonds. I'm doing a grind for diamonds, it instead becomes who can mine 10 diamonds the fastest. It's just more fun that way. If we're building a farm or some project we need to work together, then I give out small, easy to achieve tasks. Yep, don't give out big projects, they won't get done. In the case of the iron farm, so while I'm block placing, I'm asking them, get me a lava bucket. You know, they'll be 10 minutes away getting a lava bucket. They'll come back with one. Great, and they'll be distracted along the way, but it saved you a job. Likewise, I need 9 signs. Make me 9 signs. Go and chop down a tree, make 9 signs. They can do that. Yeah, they'll probably kill a few sheep and breed a few cows or ride a horse along the way, but you'll end up with 9 signs if you're lucky. That way, they're so much more invested in the overall build as well. When they feel like they're contributing to it, it makes a big difference. Also, the language you use. Going on a quest or a mission sounds so much cooler than exploring and mining. Ugh. So do that. Kids love to roleplay. They love to imagine themselves as other things. Lean into it. If your guy wants to be like Conan, lean into it. Start being like Conan. It don't matter. Like I said, it's a sandbox game. Maybe, like us, you find a shipwreck and you want to turn that shipwreck into a base, which is exactly what we're going to do in SIGID. Well, why not start calling each other, "Arr, Captain," and go questing for a booty? And did you know you can change the Minecraft language settings to be pirate speak? Just remember you had to change it back afterwards, but it's fun, so enjoy. The second part, point 2, that's probably the meat of the video. Okay, I have struggled with this in the past. I get a load of cool gear, I grind, hardcore work, and then I have a freak accident in a lava pool and I lose it all. And the grind to get there was epic, and I simply cannot face the grind again. And so you quit because you've reached an impasse. The gear, the loss of the gear, depending on how long you've had it, it can feel like a genuine loss. It's stupid, I know. They're ones and zeros, they're pixels, damn it. But once it happens to you, it feels so hollow. It's really, really unpleasant. And you do not want that. Not for you, not for your kid. So what do? I took a leaf out of the books of Exumavoid and some of the other guys on Hermitcraft server, and I developed my own strategy for the end game rush. Now, my name isn't Cubfan, so don't be looking at me to complete the whole game or mine all the resources in like 20 minutes. I can't do that. And these guys are also really good at the game by comparison. I need to develop my early game in a more sustainable way because I'm gonna die. Maybe quite a lot. So, doubly so if I'm with my kids, right? So this is now my initial world game progression, and it's stayed the same for the last 5 or 6 worlds I've made, and it works. This is it. Starter base, villager breeder, iron farm, nether portal, fishing farm, trading hall, stronghold, kill dragon, get elytra, profit, boom, you're in the pink. That's how, that's the what. Now we got to look at the why. A starter base is simple. You need to sleep. In the early game, both of you will need to sleep the nights away because you simply won't have enough resources to fend off the mobs. So you need a little house or a cobblestone box or something, chuck a couple of beds in it, a few furnaces, some chests, it's good to go. Also at this time, get wheat down, get sheep down, get cows down. You're going to need all 3 later on. Next, you get the villager breeder. I'll say this one time. They are simply the most powerful entities in the game, villagers. The amount of value they can give the player is enormous, so start your breeding program early doors. The easiest way I've found to get villagers to move around is the boat trick with the leads. I'm giving you a fine demonstration of this very technique while I am yabbering away at you. Just do that. Get 2 of them, get them in a hole, a box, somewhere out of the way, somewhere safe. Make sure it's at least 3 blocks high, whatever it is, because you need 3 blocks of space or they'll suffocate when they wake up. And lay down 20 beds and chuck a load of bread at them. Chuck a load of bread at their feet, and they'll split it and divide it up amongst themselves. So you don't need to worry about doing that, they'll take care of it. But you need these guys, because you need the next farm. That, simply put, is the greatest farm of all. The iron farm. Yeah, okay. Raid farm. You're amazing. Witch farm. You're fantastic as well. But the farm to end all farms is the iron farm. Why? Because so much cool stuff in Minecraft needs iron. Y'all like redstone? You're gonna need iron. Lots of it. You like a railroad, which every farm uses and loads of other stuff uses as well. Guess what? Yeah, you need iron. You like hoppers? Hoppers everywhere, man. You need iron. You like enchanting? You like anvils? Super expensive in iron. Yeah, 3 iron blocks and a bunch of other ingots. They're not cheap. You need this farm. And luckily, it's not hard to build. It's really not. 20 villages is the hardest thing you need. Once you've got that, it's silly stuff. Bunch of leaves, a lava bucket, couple of signs, some beds, which you've already got because you've got 20 villages. Get it done. Once you have it, you will be absolutely swimming. You'll be in the pink. It'll be great. After you've got the farm, you get iron gear. You just wait at the farm. Iron turns up. Turn that into gear. Head to the nether. If you need to go grind and get the diamonds to make the portal, or to get the obsidian to make the portal, or you use a speedrunner portal just with lava buckets, however you do it, doesn't matter. Just get to the nether and get some blaze rods. It's the only thing you need in the nether right now. Yeah, you want to get some nether wart, you want to get some quartz, you want to get some gold. Nope, yeah, that's fine, do that. But the thing you need from the nether is blaze rods. Only about a dozen. As soon as you've got that many, get out of Dodge. Don't be a hero wasting time and fighting with the skeletons and all that jazz. You'll come back later when you're much buffer and tougher, and you'll be able to take them much, much easier. Get out as soon as you got 12 and head back to the overworld. Next, you get the fishing farm. And the only reason you want the fishing farm is the name tag. Now, you might already have one, because they'll be in buried treasure chests, there'll be loot in fortresses and bastions and other places. You may have one. You only need one. But fishing, I find, is one of the most reliable ways to get one pretty quick. You build a 5x5 with the fish in it, you stand a fighting chance of getting it pretty quick. And the reason to build the farm over finding one anywhere else is for the enchanted bows. You can get those while fishing, and they're really handy against the Ender Dragon. Then, with all of this prep, you build the villager trading hall. Everything has been leading up to this. This is where the true power lies, friends. This will give you unlimited diamond gear, unlimited food, and everything that you could want on repeat. And the best part is, it's infinite. As in, there is no limit. You will have as many emeralds as you want, and therefore as many things the villagers sells as you can get your hands on. Is we get the ironmonger villagers, the armorer, weaponsmith, the toolsmith, those 3 guys. Once they have been zombified and cured, they will offer you 1 emerald for 1 iron ingot. And guess what? You have a farm that makes iron ingots. So now, because you have infinite iron, you'll have infinite emeralds. That's how it's going to be. Get your tame zombie. You're probably going to need to use a minecart to get him into position. Whack that name tag on him. And then, using your blaze rods, brew up a bunch of splash potions of weakness. The way you do that is with some fermented spider eye and some gunpowder. Get those, get your golden apples, line them all up, and you're way to go. Anytime you die, you just simply come back here, make up a load more stuff, go back out again. It is as easy as that. Once you have your lovely diamond gear, you'll want to find the stronghold. You could be a hero and use Eyes of Ender to do it, or you could be sensible and use chunk base. Oh, but that's cheating! Really? Oh, I'm, so concerned. It's not. It really isn't. This site is a godsend, because what it does is saves you time. You could chuck ender pearls around as you want you to, and just follow the ender pearls, and it would take you ages. You probably need a ton of ender pearls to do it. Save yourself the time and effort, just find the thing on chunk base and go there. Honestly, the mechanic for that part of the game isn't all that great. Chucking this thing around and looking to see where it lands and hovers, and it's fraught with error. Just get chunk base, get there, go to the end. Once you're in the end, hey, kill yourself a dragon. Once you've done the dragon, get the egg. I will show you how in the video, don't worry, and get to the end cities. Don't mess about going back to the overworld and all that jazz. get the elytra now. Put everything in a chest or something. Just hide it away. You're going to need it, because that is the one thing that makes the game more achievable. It makes the world smaller, which is what you want right now. If you feel like you can get some shulkers at the same time, do it. But get back to the overworld with your elytra, get your pet librarians in your trading hall, chuck Unbreaking 3 and Mending on it, and now you are good to go. See, from this point, everything is much more achievable. As I said, the world gets smaller when you have wings, so all those rare biomes that it was taking you hours to walk to are now a quick flight away. And you can get all those lovely resources, like getting gold from the mesa. You know, do you want to walk 5,000 blocks, or do you want to fly for like 2 minutes? It just makes it much more achievable. Want to go find bamboo? Now super easy. Want to get moss? Super easy. You want to breed pandas? Great. You can now do this because the jungle is like on your doorstep, the same as every other biome as well. Now you can focus on the fun. Everywhere is at the tip of your fingers, and you can be home for tea. This is the goal that we're aiming for. So that was the why. Let's talk a little bit more about the hows before we wrap it up. So the starter base, you don't need to know how. There is no wrong way of doing it. Beds, furnaces, chests, a box. Congrats, you have a starter base. Animals, you get them with leads, so you can pull them into pens with leads. You get those from the Wandering Idiot. Or stick some wheat in your hand, walk into the pen, swap it out, and walk out. Close the gate behind you. That's it. Once you've got 2 sheep, 2 cows, or whatever in there, you just stand at the edge by the fences with the wheat in your hand and just feed them. You don't even need to go in the pen. And they breed, and they breed, and they breed, and boom, you're away. You'll only be shearing them for wool or killing them for leather, or food. So for now, a small number is more than enough. Get your wheat as well. Punch tall grass, you get the seeds. Make sure you put water down. I think you need 1 water block every 5. If you have the water in the middle, you can go 4 out in each direction in like a diamond shape before the ground goes dry. So just add as much water as you need and light it up. That gives you the best results. The villager druida, I've already shown you the boat trick. That's it. Make sure it's 100 blocks away from anything that you call a base. So anything that's got job blocks or beds. If you're within 100 blocks, there's the risk the villagers' teeth will try and covet those blocks. And you do not want that to happen, especially for the iron farm. If the village is anything other than the group of beds over your collection system, iron golems are going to start spawning in random places and not in the farm where you want them to be. So be mindful of that. Make sure it's 100 blocks away. When you're making it, you go to YouTube, you go to JC Plays, and you follow his tutorial. His tutorial is the clearest and simplest tutorial for an iron farm available. It is. Don't come at me saying it's complicated. Honestly, you haven't seen some of the gold farms and ghast farms that are out there. This is a very easy farm, and it's essential. Once you have this, you will love life. This farm is a joy. If you feel like you're a little bit better than JC Plays, you've played the game a while, you've got a little bit more chops, Silent Whisperer is the other guy. He makes the Cadillac versions of those farms, the sports car versions. I've made his Guardian farm, which you'll see in this video at some point, if maybe you haven't seen it already. And it's insane. The drop rate is insane. It's electric. I love it. Once you've cracked that, nether portal, you know how to do this. Build it, get in. The roof of the nether, I find, is your friend. So kind of make steps up until you see bedrock. And then just go in a straight line to where the fortress is. Use chunk base, don't be a hero. Honestly, exploring the nether with minimal gear, like iron gear, yeah, you want your head red. Especially if you're doing it with your kids. Try and make this easy on you. Make a beeline for it. You only need a few blaze rods, and then you can get out. The fishing farm, there's tutorials for this. I think actually this has become, in a weird way, like kind of my build. Most people nowadays use the 1x1 with a note block. I hate that. I like the 5x5 with the fish in it as well. I think you get better drops. Anyway, get that. There's tutorials for it. Get the name tag. Job done. Trading hall. Now, I have done in the past, made the iron farm with the trading hall built into it. And that was cool because you only need one round of 20 villagers. And they're a pain to breed. But it was so noisy. Living in and all you can hear is like clang, 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 clang. And there's another golem, clang, clang, clang. It just got really, really annoying. So I now make them separate. And I would advise you do the same. Like I said, use a railroad to get the zombie into position. Used to be able to do it, like walk across open trapdoors, but they don't seem to want to do that anymore. So, railroad him in. Do it at night so he doesn't fry in the sunshine. Gold for golden apples, from the nether, from mining, from mesas. Find ruined portals. They usually come with a block of gold. That's enough for a golden apple right there. In the early game, you don't need all that many golden apples. Half a dozen villagers to start you off. I would recommend going with the armourer, 2 of, because you need the full set of armour. The toolsmith, make sure the toolsmith gives you the shovel trade, because don't make him give you the axe trade, because the weaponsmith always gives you the axe trade. And you want a farmer to give you golden carrots, because glistering melons are rubbish. And then maybe a cleric for Eyes of Ender. The other way of getting those easy is to go to the green biome in the nether, the green tree biome. And the only thing that spawns there are endermen. So just go there and kill them until you get enough pearls. When I'm doing the trade hall, usually I make a world save. And then go back if I don't get the results I want. Because a golden apple is an expensive thing. And you don't want to waste it on a bogus trade. Once you got all your diamonds, you go kill the dragon. You've seen me do it. I died, didn't I? I fell down, I got blocked, but all you do, because you've set your spawn point back at the start, you go back through, grab your gear, and just keep on trucking. Yeah, he will heal while you're not there, boo-hoo. But everything else stays the same. The crystal you destroyed is still destroyed. Keep going. You can see I persevere, I make it to the end. Everyone's a winner. Get the elytra. That is the next step. And one of the more important steps. Did I mention I use chunk base? Maybe I did. Anyway, get the coordinates for the one with the ship, and then be ready to pillar out over the void, or bridge out over the void. I have played this game now for many years. I still get that feeling, that collywobble feeling, pillaring out over the void. Be sure that you are in sneak mode. Do not jump for any reason. And if you've brought a pumpkin, carved pumpkin with you, now is a great time to stick it on your head. Because on occasion, when you don't even think about it, you'll be looking down, bridging across, and Enderman will look up, you'll meet eyes, he'll teleport right next to you and simply bop you off your bridge. And there's no coming back from the void. None of your stuff will survive. So, just grit your teeth and do it. Once you find the ship, pillar up to it. You can, the 2 shulkers in the entrance to the city, you can usually kill them quite easily, but don't bother going up through the labyrinth. Bunches of shulkers together can pack quite a punch. You're not ready for that yet. Get your diamond armor, get your totems of undying, and come back with wings and a load of rockets, and then you can mine the end properly. That's how it's done. Once you're back in the overworld, you make a world save, and that is then save 001. That is the official start of your adventures. And from here, it can be much more like creative in survival mode, which is what the kids want. You know, they see these epic hardcore worlds. Look at Smallish Beans, or I think he's got probably the biggest and best hardcore world out there at the moment. It's like he's playing in creative, because he has access to so much stuff. He has all the farms, does all the grinding, can get to anywhere you want to go, and that's what the kids want. You know, they want to build the wave machine with slime blocks that bounces your mobs around and makes it look crazy. They want to do all that stuff, and now you can. It is much more achievable. This approach, it's really worked for projects with me and my son. We can be so much more creative now, come up with some wacky, silly, crazy stuff. Just wait and see what we come up with next. I'm sure we'll come up with something stupid. Once you've got access to all this, the world is your oyster. I hope this approach works for you. Remember, fun first, everything else second. I do hope you'll like this video. Maybe even leave a comment if this works for you too. Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be more videos on this in the future. I'll do a little spiel on the Guardian farm, Raid farm, the Witch farm, your kind of next steps. And there'll also be more episodes with me and my son just playing and having fun. Look forward to seeing you again, guys. Have a good one. Bye now.